All right, you guys, and welcome here to another live stream. And today we are about to be doing the game previews for. We are about to be doing the game previews for women's basketball. Yeah, that's right. We are about to be doing the game previews for women's basketball, for women's high school basketball. So we begin our game previews with hold on, wait a minute. Gotta So we will begin our game previews with
Curry, just eight.
I'm trying to see.
Curry, you can eat at 6:30. You literally just ate, dog.
So we will start our game previews off with one of the games that are going to take place on we are going to start our game previews off with a game that is going to take place with a game that is going to take place on May 28th. Let me see. So we are about to start our game previews off. So we will begin our previews off with the Redjays and the Yellowbirds. So the Redjays and the Yellowbirds will play against one another on May 28th. So let's take a look at how both of those teams did in the preseason. Well, in the preseason, hold on, this game is actually done. Yeah. So in the preseason, it was a good matchup between the Redjays and the Bulldogs, with the Redjays coming out on top at home, getting the win over the Pine West Bulldogs, beating the Bulldogs 102-97, and the Yellow Birds got a win over the Yellow Jackets 119-118. So let's take a look at the Redjays and see what they have been putting on this season. Redjays starts the preseason with one win, and we already know how that is. But that is not what's going to really calculate their season. They really have to go through the season in order for it to all be calculated. Well, let's start off with Zaria Benton pulling up 24 points, one assist in the summer season of for the preseason. Harper Lane 22 points, one assist. Camille Torres 19 points, two assists. Riley Monroe 19 points, one assist, and Nia Clodowell with 18 points and two assists. That is a great start for each five of those women that started off in the preseason, and that was a good start for them in the season in the preseason. And then let's take a look at their opponents, which is the Vinewood Yellowbirds. The Yellowbirds also started off with a very good point rating this season. As we take a look, Zaria Linwood with Zara Linwood 32 points, two assists. Jessa uh Holloran with 27 points, two assists. Amani Sherwood with 24 points, one assist. Callie Renford 19 points and one assist, and Nola Carnegie with 17 points and two assists. So that is gonna be a hard challenge for the Red Jays. I think the Red Jays really have a challenge coming into this one, and it looks like this game is gonna be hard for them. Well, here is your game predictions for that game. It will be the Red Jays with a 41% chance of beating the Yellowbirds. The Yellowbirds will overcome this one with a 70% chance of beating the Red Jays. We will see what it's like for the Yellowbirds. Can they get their first win of game one, or will the Red Jays be able to find a way to stop them, or what is going to be between those two teams? We will have to find out and see, because a lot is going on right now. We don't know what's going on between those two teams and what's going to happen. But those are your game previews for that game. Well, next game we are going to be talking about is going to be one of the games of the week to kick off game one. It is going to be the West Jackson Hornets at Woodhaven Caverns. And we seen them play a good game in the preseason. As the Caverns came with a 111 to 105 over the Hornets, and the Hornets was at home for this game, and not gonna lie, they did put off a good show, did try to keep the Caverns from winning, but it wasn't enough. The Caverns were able to overcome the Hornets after their past matchups, and I guess the Caverns were just tired of losing to the Hornets every season. Well, I wouldn't say every season. There's been times the Caverns have beaten the Hornets, but will it be the same as last season, or will it be different for the Caverns? Will they be able to pull a win over the Hornets in the season? Because as we say, the Hornets are unbeatable when it comes to the season. So let's take a look at these two. Let's take a look at these two. First, let's take a look at the Caverns. Let's take out the Caverns. First, let's take a look at Jordan Tate. Jordan Tate with 28 points, 1 assist. Armani Red Nick with 21 points and 2 assists. Then we got Callie Monroe with 21 points, 1 assist. Uh, Sasha Kincaid with 21 points, 1 assist, and Zoe Carrington with 20 points and 2 assists. Well, the women that were on the court for the preseason will not be the same. The lineups will change for the season. So you may see Amber Lockhart, Peyton, Leah Rohan, Tessa Bloom, and Kaylee Mincer out on the court uh for the season games. But that was the full stats for the preseason from those ladies, and they have been putting up a fight in the preseason. The Caverns are one of the good teams. Well, the Hornets, let's check it out. Reese Holloway started off her season with 26 points, 1 assist. Marley Chin, 25 points, 1 assist. Ariel Knox with 19 points, 1 assist. Danny Rivers, 18 points, 2 assists. And then Caitlin Foster with 17 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound for uh Caitlin Caitlin Foster. So this could probably be a good matchup. Maybe, just maybe, the Hornets may be coming back for revenge against the Caverns. I'm not sure. But here are the game predictions between these two. The Hornets with an 80% chance of beating the Caverns. And hopefully, while they're getting this 80% chance, they are hopefully able to use it. The Caverns with a 60% chance at home of beating the Hornets. And we will see what it's looking like for the Caverns. Hornets will take place May 28th. Redjays at Yellowbirds and Hornets at Caverns. That will be the first two games of Game 1, May 28th, to kick off the season. Well, Friday, May 29th, will begin the season with the Masonville Yellow Jackets at Forest Town Eagles. And yes, even though the Yellow Jackets did take a loss to the Yellowbirds, they are looking to come back with a vengeance in the season against their first matchup, which will be the Forest Town Eagles. But I'm pretty sure the Forest Town Eagles are not going out without a fight. Let's take a look who is on the Yellow Jackets. Well, let's take a look. Nadia Cresswell was able to pull up 29 points and 2 assists. Jovi Ramez was able to pull up 26 points, 3 assists. Drew Callahan, 23 points, 1 assist. And Kyra Ellison, 22 points, 1 assist. And Sasha Pennington with 18 points, 1 assist. So that is what the Yellow Jackets been able to pull off in the season. For the Eagles, on the other hand, let's take a look. Zara Penfield, 30 points, 1 assist. Caden Hollis, 21 points, 1 assist. Riley Donovan with 20 points, 1 assist. Armani Cross with 17 points, 1 assist. And Nola Kingston with Kensington with 14 points and 2 assists. So as we say, we you may see other people on the court for the season because those were the people for the preseason. Well, here are the game productions for this game. The Eagles has a 90% chance at home against the Yellow Jackets after their severely loss in the preseason to the Yellow Birds. The Yellow Jackets with a 20% chance against the Eagles. Will the Yellow Jackets be able to fight back in this matchup on the 29th against the Forest Town Eagles, or will it all come to an end and they will keep that 20%? We will find out when that game happens. And well, the next game previews we are going to be looking at is the Pine West Bulldogs at Westernwood Tigers. And that's going to be also a very great matchup as well, as both of these teams coming off of a loss. They need a win to start off their season. And the only question is, will they be able to get that? Let's take a look at the Westernwood Tigers and see what they pulled off. Let's check out Lennox Carter, 25 points, 3 assists. Hayden Cross, 19 points, 1 assist. Nola Whittalker with 17 points, 1 assist. Zera Eagle Ellington with 15 points, 2 assists, and Reese Melroy with 10 points, 1 assist. So that might be a dangerous lineup for the Tigers coming out of the preseason, and you may see more from the Westernwood Tigers in this season. Well, let's take a look at their opponents, which is the Pine West Bulldogs. Reese Melroy with 24 points, 1 assist from the preseason. Ariella Knox with 23 points, 3 assists. Callian Shore with 21 points, 1 assist. Danny Mercer with 18 points, 1 assist. Myra Hollister with 11 points and 1 assist. So that could also be another dangerous lineup coming in from another team into the regular season. Well, here are the game previews for this game. The Bulldogs with a 50% chance of beating the Westernwood Tigers, all because of their loss against the Redjays in the preseason and because they could have one injury coming into this game. The Westernwood Tigers will have a 20% chance higher, which is a 70% chance of beating the Bulldogs in the first game of the season. Will it be enough to finally get a win for the Tigers, or will they be in a 0-1 lead to start off the season? We will find out at the end of the game. That will take place Friday, May 29th. And then it is the North Xerox Anacondas at the Canron Lions. Let's take a look what the Anacondas have done. Let's take a look. Callie Drayton with 27 points and 1 assist here. Who is? Oh, Amber Hollinsworth with 26 points, 1 assist. Amani Lockridge with 18 points, 1 assist. Jessica Rowland with 18 points and 1 assist. And Zira White Cobby with 17 points and 2 assists. So that could be a good lineup for the Anacondas as they walk into the season. And then their opponents, which is the Canron Lions. Let's take a look what's going on over here. Jamie Hanforst with 24 points, 1 assist. Cameron Rocky, 21 points, 1 assist. Serena Morrison, 18 points, 2 assists. And Darain Menser with 17 points, 1 assist. And Brielle Sandhurst with 14 points, 1 assist. That could be a dangerous lineup for the Lions in this game previews game. But we all know how this is going to turn out. The Anacondas are going to end up destroying the Lions, so it's really no need of trying to save the Lions, really, because it's no point in saving them because they're going to lose anyway. So it's no point in saving them. But we will see what goes down. And here are the game previews. The Anacondas with a 95% chance of beating the Lions. The Lions left with half of a 5% chance of beating the Anacondas. And by the way, they're at home and they don't even get enough percentages against the Anacondas. And I do feel bad for the Lions that they are getting treated this way this season, but I don't know, y'all. But yeah, so the Anacondas with a 95% chance of beating the Lions at home to win their first game of the season. The Lions left with a 5% chance. Could their home crowd hype them up to win the game against the Anacondas, or will they take a loss in the beginning of the season? We will find out on Friday, May 29th, as it is the North Xerox Anacondas versus the Canron Lions. Thank you guys for watching these game previews.